Hello, people, places, and things. It's time once again for one of these videos where I talk nonsensically and you pretend that you're interested in me. Anyway, you're probably wondering why we're looking at a plain white box, and the answer is we're not. This is the Legends Gamer Pro wireless arcade fight stick. It is huge. It is possibly the biggest game console that I have. It was way too big to fit in my usual review space, so here it is on my bed, because that is the only space I can afford to put this in. I'm hoping that I show you this console without showing you all my personal stuff. So this is, of course, from AtGames. Yes, that company that makes the emulation stuff, that did a whole bunch of Atari flashback consoles, and they seem to be doing all right, so they kept releasing the same thing over and over again, just with a couple games added and subtracted. So you can buy their entire lineup, which is like 15 different consoles or something like that, and get the same games about 15 different times. And they also did the Intellivision and ColecoVision flashbacks, which were pretty good, but they're most well known for those Genesis consoles. Yes, the handhelds and the plug-and-plays that they've made like a 50 million billion trillion variations of. And the thing that they all have in common is they all sucked. Yes, major screen tearing, horrible sound emulation. Sometimes they didn't even start up. No save functions. Those were common among their first lines of Genesis flashbacks and Genesis minis and all those other Genesi. Also, once again, it was just the same games over and over and over again. Mostly Sonic, Altered Beast, I remember. Sometimes Street Fighter. Sometimes. But then one day they decided to not suck. Yeah, just sometime right out of the blue, they decided to actually put some quality into their emulation software. And so they've gone from being the butt of all the jokes to being a contender to take seriously in the video gaming market. So now they're releasing the exact same things that they used to release, but with quality. They actually put quality into their products. Isn't it wonderful when you actually care about what you're manufacturing? And this is one of their latest releases, the wireless arcade fight stick. We already went over that, but this is part of their Legends series, which is what everything's practically part of their Legends series, but this is their new Legends series. This is what they're now marketing as Legends, which is basically just a whole bunch of Genesis games that they got licenses for, plus arcade games. I wanted to get one of these for quite some time. I wanted to get the Legends Flashback Sam's Club exclusive with like 110 games, because I figured, hey, that would be fun to stream. But I got this instead. This was at a new discount store that I just discovered a few weeks ago, and I'm ecstatic that these discount stores just keep popping up. And, it was worth... They were only asking 110, and I figured, hey, that's a video. So, let's stop rambling and go over the box for a minute. So, 150 built-in games, but you do have a special bonus to receive 10 extra games and a 3-month premium access to arcade game service. I will get to that later. Legends Gamer Pro. Yeah, what you can also get, you can get a Legends Gamer Pro Mini, which is basically half this size and only has 100 games, so no thank you. With trackball and pinball controllers. Yes, that was the selling point for me. I have never seen an emulation station like this with a trackball and the ability to play pinball. If there are pinball games on this, I will be one of the happiest men on earth. I love me some pinball. And that's actually something else that AtGames is doing right now. They actually have an emulation pinball machine, which I would love to own. I just don't have anywhere to put it. And that's basically what they're offering. They're also offering a standalone version of what is actually the console, that little round thing. We will get to that when we get to that. Plug and play on TV. Two of my favorite... No. Would you say that's 2 words or 3 words? Yeah, some of my favorite words right there. Anyone who's familiar with my channel will know why. Internet connection, great. Content update, really good. Compatible with additional controllers. I hope I have some controllers it's compatible with. Save, load, rewind. That's what they've basically been doing for a while, especially with their Blast and their latest Atari flashback consoles, which I've featured all the Atari, well, most of the Atari Blast consoles, the ones that were sold at Walmart and didn't have repeated games I could find somewhere else, especially on this. And the HDMI and USB supports. I'm going to be testing that, seeing what we can get on there. And there's a whole bunch of gamers who are paid to just sit on a couch and look excited, and they don't even know what the product's for. They don't even know what product they're endorsing. Do they even know they're endorsing a product? Maybe these are just the developer's friends who are watching the game, and the developer just secretly took their picture and plastered it on here, and they don't even know. Could happen. Let's see. That's what it looks like. We will be getting to that in a second. These are some of the games you can be getting. These are probably the most popular games on this console, so of course they are the selling point. So we have The Lion King, Fix-It Felix, and Aladdin. All the Genesis versions, because, of course, AtGames. Which is a shame. I really want the SNES version of Aladdin on here, and the SNES version of The Lion King has better graphics, but I guess Nintendo's not handing out any licenses anytime soon, especially since they're making their own mini consoles. Or they were. They made the NES and SNES and then just kind of stopped. Guess they're making more money off their Switch. I don't know. Let's see, we can get some Tetris. We can get some Space Invaders. Is that a Space Invader or is that somebody else, like Arkanoid or something? Let's see. Don't know who that is. Definitely getting some Star Wars games on here. And of course, Burger Time. I like me some Burger Time. Bubble Bobble, and not really a huge fan. And yes, this is used, not fully tested. I'm hoping that I still get everything on here, and that, of course, it works. And yeah, only $110. You get this online from the retailer, and it'll probably be about $250. Though you could probably get one of these from eBay for $150. I don't know. Now, we are here, of course, to see if $110 is worth it. And here are these are some companies that you can see on this console. These are some games you can see on this console, plus more, of course. And that's it for most of the box. And this is what is inside there, which we will be seeing on this side of the console as well. I'm sorry, I need to adjust this. There we go. Yep, there's the thing we will be getting in here, and the pinball mechanics, and the middle far end, and that's the actual console. This is all just the controller, all just everything. And we can also get on here 150 licensed arcade and consoles already on the console. I'm sorry, 150 arcade and console games already on the console. Play more games instantly and compete on online leaderboards with ArcadeNet. I don't think I want to do that, but I may still, just to test it out. Add or stream the games you own with BYOG. We will be getting back to that again. And wireless family fun and frequent updates. I do like me a system that updates itself. It's very frustrating when you get one of these very buggy consoles that they've stopped doing updates for. Like that JXD rocker I featured a couple weeks ago. Couple months ago, actually. I don't know. It all depends on when I decide to upload this video. No, I'll screenshot. And then, of course, we have all the legal stuff over here. Who cares? And that's the box. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the box, because now we are going to open said box. Rip. 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 And inside, we have another box. How wonderful. And underneath said box, we have, yep, everything we need. Good God, look at that controller. Anyway, here's the actual console. This is the actual thing we will be playing on, this round thing that hopefully emulates the games well. They have the fan vents in the shape of AtGames, which is what they do for their Blast consoles as well. And let's see, Ethernet support, that's nice. That we'll be using wireless, HDMI output, USB, we'll be getting back to that. The DC cord, which they did include, so that's major points for them. They also included a USB. Is this all part of the same? Hold on a minute. Let's see. Is this all? Okay, no, it's the plug and the USB. So that's nice. That's awesome that they included those. And then the sync. Yeah, the sync button. Always need a sync button. Maybe a tub button sometime in the future. And here is the controller. Can I get it out while still holding my camera? It weighs half a... God. Yeah, it's as heavy as it looks as well. There it is. Weight-wise, oh God, I would say at least 20 pounds. And then we have... Well, it's laid out like a classic arcade cabinet. We have the joystick with micro switches. Ooh, micro switch. Listen to that. Ah, that's the sound of quality right there. I could waggle my joystick all day. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, let's see. We have A button, B button, X button, Y button, all clicky. Ooh, clicky. Ah, that's the sound of heaven right there. And then the trackball. Not as impressed with the trackball. Feels cheap. It doesn't feel that smooth. Kind of feels lightweight. I'll have to test it out though. And then 2-player, which, yeah, this is all one thing. This is both the 1-player and the 2-player controller. I shudder to think what playing 2-player is like. I don't know, I may have to test it sometime in the future, but imagine being close enough for this thing to sit on both your laps. That's... ugh. Especially me. I don't think anyone can sit anywhere near me with how fat I am. There's my gut, just in case you were wondering. Anyway, we got the rewind button, a common AtGames edition. Player 1, player 2. I don't know what that button is. It's probably a menu button. And then we have the power button. Oh, it turns on. I guess the previous owner has done some stuff with this already. Oh, shoot. That reminds me. Oh. Well, maybe they're under there. I don't know. Anyway, the player 2 has those buttons as well. Then on the back we have... what is that? Control bus. Don't know what that is. Well, I guess we'll find out. USB and the power. Yes. This is... Huh. I only saw the one power cord. So does that mean that... Is this rechargeable? I'm going to have to check. Legends Gamer Pro. And then on the sides here, we have the pinball flippers. All right, are they detachable? No, they're built in. Okay, that's fine. And then on the back, no, on the top, nothing to write home about. Well, it looks like this is indeed a used purchase, and I got gypped on the instructions. So let's just take this off for a minute, see if there's any... Nope. No instructions with this one. Well, that might prove problematic then. Huh. Oh well, if you want instructions, then just go watch the millions and millions and millions of other YouTube videos that have already done a video on these. Most of them are funnier than me. Well, that was the tour of the console, so I guess now we're stuck with playing the console. Let's plug everything in and see what we got. Hello, everyone. We're back, and we seem to have hit a snag in reviewing this thing. I can't get it to connect to my internet at all. I fought with it for like 2 hours, so I turned on the console. I just wanted to familiarize myself with everything and go connect it so that I could get into the online stuff and all that. So I went into settings and selected my network, entered my password, all that sort of stuff, and it froze. It was completely frozen at the loading screen. Just nothing. I left it there for half an hour. Nothing happened. I even turned off my network to see if that would affect something. It did not. It was completely frozen at the loading. So I turned off the console, turned it back on, I tried it again. Nothing. So then I did a factory reset, which I was going to do anyway after I familiarized myself with everything. And then I tried the network, connecting to the network. Same thing. According to the system health, the Wi-Fi does work on this console, but nothing connects. And I thought that maybe it was a problem with the firmware, like maybe if I upgraded it manually to a more modern setting, more modern version, then something would happen. But the site has stopped doing manual updates of their firmware. I have no way of putting the latest update on a USB and trying it that way. So we're stuck. I am currently stuck with a broken console that cannot connect to any online functionality whatsoever and is running the earliest version of the firmware. So there you go. I was tempted to just end the video here to wait until I could return this to the store and see if I could get another one. But then I figured, hey, that's still a video. It matches my usual junk, and it seems like a fun challenge to go through and see what works on version 1.0 without any online assistance whatsoever. So hey, here we are. There's no reason to not play the games that are already on here the way that they intentionally intended for them to be played. So let's just go through and have a blast. Have some fun playing all these games and seeing how many are even playable. So this is much less a review and more how much fun can we have with the broken console? My guess is quite a bit. Alright, so, I'm just going to go through a bunch of these games. I'm not going to go through all 150, of course, but I am going to go through the ones that really stand out to me. We're not going to spend too much time on the games, maybe 5-10 minutes maximum. I just want to give you an idea of what this console has and what it can do, and just have some fun. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to hit record on my video capture. Yeah, you were just watching a still image of the screen that is going to be on to save space. So here we go. Hello, this is ZC Infinity from the future, at least the future from when the previous audio was recorded, here to say that this video almost didn't happen. The video I got after my video recorder was done processing was completely unusable. Video sections were missing, audio sections were missing, everything was completely out of sync, and I could not salvage it. So I was just going to give this video up as another casualty of a broken gaming machine, but I went into the files of my video processor and it did still have the raw files. So that is the video that I used for this video. Unfortunately, there were TS files, and apparently Sony Vegas cannot properly process TS files. So the video went in okay, but there was no audio attached to it. So I had to go back and watch the TS files and record the audio from the video, and then put it into Sony Vegas and try to sync it up as well as make it work with my commentary. So a lot more effort than was called for went into making sure that this video came to be. Was it worth it? Well, I'll let you decide. Alright, thank you for your time. I am done interrupting. On with the video. Here we go. Alright, let's sync up the audio video. Boop, 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 boop. All right, we should be synced now. All right, so let's just go through all these games and all these consoles. So first, I would like to draw your attention to the fact that we can filter the games. We are currently at all games. We can go to featured. I don't know what that means, but I believe what they mean these are the games that they showed on the front of the box. Or it's something special that the network updates every once in a while. I do not know, but these are all games that I will probably get to. In fact, I might start with these, but we'll get to that in a second. And then we got the leaderboard, which is obviously blank because I can't get online. And then we got the channels, all the different people who made the stuff. So we got Data East, Disney, Jaleco, Pico, Taito, and of course Tetris. We have 3 versions of Tetris. I don't think I'm going to play all of them. Maybe I'll play one. We'll see which one I come across first. And then we can filter by platform. We got Arcade, Genesis, and other consoles. I don't know what it means by other consoles. It's just, it only says console on the game list I found online. So, TurboGrafx 16, PC Engine. Oh, no, wait, those are the same thing, aren't they? No, I have no idea what any of these are. I do see Power Pigs of the Dark Age. I only just found out that that's a thing when I was doing that JXD review. And I don't think I want to play it again. Maybe I will. We're just browsing right now. And we can even filter by what needs a joystick and what needs a trackball. Later in this video, I will be trying to do an external controller and see if that works on whatever early version of firmware we have right now. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's just go to all games, and let's just go... I kind of wish they had a random filter. Just I push a button and it takes me to a random game. I mean, they have 150 games on here. They can afford one. But let's just go through. I kind of don't want it alphabetized either. That just makes it too predictable. All right. Well, let's just start with the first game on here. Let's just start with 8 Eyes, just because it's the first one on here. Let's see what it's like. Okay, Eight Eyes chronicles the adventures of Orin, the falconer, who must visit 8 different houses, 8 different lands, and defeat 8 different guardians in order to collect 8 different jewels called Eyes. Okay, aye, Captain. Oh, and it's probably worth noting that I am playing on the player 2 side of the controller. Yes, if you go into settings... and you go to the control mirroring, you can decide which one is player 1 and player 2. I am using the player 2 side because because everything, all my gaming hardware, all my setup is on my right, so it's more comfortable to use the right side of the control box here. Or we can just do the default, or we can do some weird hybrid. Who would ever need these? Well, I guess if you have like someone on your lap, like your kid or your girlfriend, then yeah, this could be, yeah. We'll just go with the swap. And then, yeah, Wi-Fi, like I said, I freeze. Wireless pairing, we can use this with some other stuff. Wireless control deck mode, we can use it with Raspberry Pi. That's cool. And we can't update the firmware. It's version 10.951, whatever that means. Device info, blah, blah, blah. Arcade Play Link, can't get into that. Health check, I already ran that. It said that everything was okay, even though it's not. UI preference, yeah, you can put a background on here with some background audio. That's pretty cool, but I'm not going to play with that, especially if I have to take this console back. Attract mode. Yeah, we can turn on a demo of for a screensaver. That's pretty cool, even though I don't need it. And then the clock, not going to bother with that. Startup page. Yeah, you can decide what's on there, but I'm not going to play with that again. And control mirroring, already a data manager. You can play with the stuff on here. Light gun calibration. Yes, they have light guns. They have light guns for these games. AtGames does sell their own light guns that do work with these flat screen with these HD TVs. So hey, cool. And then upgrade control deck, which I can't do because, like I said, factory reset, no internet. So, all right, now that we got the useless settings stuff out of the way, let's go to the game and start. Let's just see what we got. Let's see how much fun we can have. Okay, in-game hotkeys. Oh, it vanished. Okay, well, let's just hit start then. Welcome to 8 Eyes. Initiate, continue. Well, I guess initiate. Oh, so it's like Mega Man. Or is it? I don't know. I can't. Oh, that's how. Well, let's just start with Arabia. Oh, I need to hit the start. There we go. Okay, looks a little like Castlevania. Okay, we can jump. We can hit the sword. Jump. No. Okay, what are the controls for this? Okay, we can jump, and we can attack, and we can jump. Okay, glad we got that out of the way. Alright, let's see. Mr. Pink Guy. Pinketh Mathemillion. That is his name. Let's go. There we go. I don't know why he has a... Oh, I just realized he's wearing pink and I'm giving him a lisp. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't realize what I did. I will stop doing it. Anyway, these guys really want me dead. Is this really an arcade game? It seems... Even for an arcade game, it seems too primitive. The graphics seem too primitive. It feels like something that belongs on the NES or Master... even the Master System, I don't think... Yeah, this plays almost exactly like Castlevania. Okay, except I feel like I have even less control. What? I can't hit him while I'm ducking? What? Oh... So my Falcon can do stuff? Can my Falcon... So my Falcon, it just helps to attack things, and... I am so confused. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going through this door, that's what I'm doing. And apparently I can't walk down a flight of stairs normally. Can I open anything in the walls? No? Can I attack? So if I get attacked, then my Falcon tries to attack the guy, but what good does that do me if I can't actually attack? This is a very confusing... I can't avoid the guys! Their range is ridiculous. It's more than my sword. How the hell am I supposed to get somewhere? Game over. Does that mean I have to start all over? That means I have to start all over. I have a better idea. How about I don't? How do I get out of here? Oh, duh. Pfft. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Don't plus A button to punch while crouching. Nice. I just realized I need to sync up my audio every time I go in and out of a game, because my recording software keeps losing connection every time I go in and out. So boop 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 boop. Probably going to be the most entertaining thing you hear all during this entire playthrough. All right, well, gotta go with Aladdin. Hang on to your carpet for action and fun! Escape the Sultan's dungeon, survive the Cave of Wonders, snatch the genie's lamp, and save Princess Jasmine from the evil Jafar. Will do. And yeah, this is the Genesis version of Aladdin. Personally, I kind of like the SNES version of Aladdin better. It's just something that I grew up with. It's just, I don't know. fun, a little more acrobatic, a little more explorative, whereas this one is a regular well, not a regular platformer. This does stand out, but it's basically slash things with a sword, jump from one place to another, which the first one did, which the other one did, don't get me wrong, but I still think that, I don't know, I liked the acrobatics of the SNES better than the sword one. It's also one I grew up with more. But I do have to give this version props for the animations and such. Anyway, boop, 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 boop. Okay, we are synced. This does definitely test the limits of the Genesis. I will give it that. A lot of frames, a lot of enemies, a lot of stuff happening on screen. And I hope this doesn't get me claimed by somebody. Who cares? I'm probably not going to be making any money off of this video anyway. Okay, that... Where's the jump? There's the jump. I got fingers on 3 buttons. It's quite uncomfortable. I forgot how uncomfortable a Genesis controller normally is. Were the sprites always this big? I don't know, I remember them a little smaller than this. Maybe I'm thinking of the PC version. There's a PC version of this, right? Or either that or my friend had an emulator, a Genesis emulator on their PC one time. What my most recent dealings with these Aladdin games are from those bootleg Aladdin games I played way back when. Those pirate versions for the Genesis. No, for the NES, I'm sorry. The Genesis versions for the NES is what I'm trying to say. There were 2 Genesis versions and 1 Super Nintendo version, all demade for the NES. Definitely the SNES version was the best made. They had a fairly decent version of the Genesis one. One company made a fairly decent version, and then there was one that was absolute crap. Like, the sprites were microscopic, and the music was horrible, and I don't even know how I managed to beat it. It was virtually unplayable, and yet somehow I managed to get through it. I don't know. I've kind of run out of pirate games, which is a shame because that was one of the things I really liked doing for my channel. But when you run out, these are really hard to find. So unless you know someone who has connections with a pirate game studio, or it's on AliExpress somewhere, then you're kind of stuck. So I've exhausted all the games that I could find. I hope to one day play the Famicom version of Super Mario World. I don't know if I will ever find a copy, though. That is one of the holy grails of... That's one of the holy grails of pirate game collecting. Of course, I did once find the Titanic, a cartridge of the Titanic NES game, so I guess anything's possible. Of course, then I found the Sunken Ship variant of the Titanic NES game, which is basically the exact same game. It's just called Sunken Ship, and you find it on numerous unofficial plug-and-play consoles, of which I have 2, 3... It's on 2 or 3 of the ones that I have, so I could technically sell my Titanic cartridge for like $50, but what's the fun in that? Princely fabulous he Alibaba. Has anybody seen the Alibaba and the Gold Raiders animated movie from 2003? It is awful. It is admirably awful. It is a it's just one of the worst 2D, 3D movies, one of the worst mixtures of 2D and 3D animation I've ever seen, and it's not even finished. Like, I'm convinced that the movie was never finished and that Joseph Lai and IFD Films just picked it up and completed it as best as they could on a microscopic budget, just edited everything together to create something relatively coherent, and then just threw it on DVD for all to see, or at least the 2 or 3 poor saps who were able to get their hands on a DVD. But yeah, I've seen it. It's glorious. It's definitely something you have to see at least once. It's definitely definitely a ripoff of Disney's Aladdin, except it's Alibaba, and none of the jokes make sense. And they use Prince Ali, a MIDI of Prince Ali, for one of the scenes, and where it has absolutely no place. And that good people is why he got John off and dropped by with 60 elephants. Yeah, as I was saying, the Genesis version really isn't. What does the wish do? Did it do something? I don't think it did anything. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, the Genesis version does have its perks. It does have some very fluid animation for the time, and a wide variety of attacks and such. It's just not something I really grew up with. In fact, actually, in some ways, it's kind of more fluid than the... When I beat a level when I was playing this growing up, my friend would always... I would copy the intermission there, and my friend would take the opportunity to snatch the controller from me and wouldn't... Well, that was basically the end of my game playing. Alright, I think I've done everything I can here, so let's move on to another game. Are you serious? Are you serious? It froze! It's doing the exact same thing as when I tried to connect it to the internet, except now it does it with random games. Oh, this is gonna be exciting. Ha 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 ha. Alright, be right back, everyone. Alright, we're back. Oh, if it's gonna do that every other game, then we might have a problem. Alright, if it does that 2 more times, then the video's over. Alright, we had a little bit of fun with Aladdin. What else can we have fun with? What else has to be played on here? Oh, Burger Time! It's a crime not to play Burger Time. We must play Burger Time. Okay. Don't care. Alright. Burger Time is one of my absolute favorite arcade games, along with Popeye and Donkey Kong, and what else do I like? What other classic ones do I like? Pac-Man, of course. Baby Pac-Man was quite interesting. That was a... Why don't I start the game before I talk your ear off again? Okay. There we go. As I was saying, Baby Pac-Man was interesting. Baby Pac-Man is this combination of Pac-Man and a pinball game. And the system's actually super rare. Luckily, my local Nickel Arcade has a version that's ready to play. At least it did the last time I was there. I actually haven't been to the arcade in 3 or 4 years, so I don't know what they have there anymore. And by the way, if anyone is annoyed that I'm talking over the footage, that I'm doing somewhat of a let's play instead of my usual gameplay videos, I will be doing a regular one of my gameplay videos when I can. So I'd normally say after I'm done with this let's play, but since the console is broken, since the console is not fully functional, I don't know if I'm going to keep this console for much longer. We'll have to see. But if I do I'm going to go back to the store and return this, see if I can exchange... Joystick wouldn't work for a minute. Anyway, I'm going to go back and see if I can exchange this, and if the one that I exchange it for is working, and if the one that I exchange it for is working, then I will do a gameplay video of that. Otherwise, this will be the first and last time I play this console. Yeah, I've played Burger Time on the NES and on Atari. My grandpa was actually a big fan of Burger Time as well. I got the NES version on the Wii Virtual Console for him. Unfortunately, he was half blind by that point, so he couldn't do much with it, so yeah, that was sad. But at least I made him happy for a little bit. Hooray! I know how to make burgers. And now I need to know how to make egg sandwiches. My grandma can actually make hamburgers that'll knock your socks off. It's the perfect blend of hamburger and cheese and some sourdough bread. And I don't know what else she puts in there, but it's wonderful. It's absolutely delicious, and I've never been able to replicate it. I did make some egg sandwiches the other day. I tried making gourmet egg sandwiches once upon a time, and I thought they turned out pretty good. They had some, let's see, you have some fried eggs. You use 2 fried eggs because 1 just isn't enough. And then you take some avocado, you mix it with some salsa, make your own guacamole. Of course, you fry the bread. You fry the bread in the, first you cook up some bacon, and then after the bacon's cooked, you fry the bread in the bacon grease. Mwah. And then, let's see, what else was on there? No, oh, and then the cheese, of course. You put the cheese on the eggs as soon as you're done frying them, and then you put it all together. And it's delicious. It just takes forever to make, so I haven't really made it that often. And it looks like the game itself is tired of me rambling, so won't even let me... Wait, what? Well, that's the most awkward way ever to input a high score, so I don't think I'm going to bother. Advanced configuration. Ooh, what does that mean? Okay. Dip switches, bookkeeping info, game information. Okay, what's dip switches? Dip switch. Oh, wrong button, sorry. A coin in a service mode. What is on me? This looks like fun. Unknown. Oh, let's turn them all on. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Turn that on too. And cocktail, cabinet cocktail. Enemies 6. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens. What's bookkeeping? Coin A, whatever. Game information, blah, blah, blah. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, home. Okay. Okay, what does it look like? What does it look like? Looks like nothing. I broke it. Sweet! Alright, what else can we do? Yeah. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, let's turn that one off. See if anything happens. Oh, we had something. And now we have nothing. What else can we do? What else can we do? I'm having fun here. This is the most fun I've had. Let's turn that one off too. Okay, and let's turn that one off and that one back on. Okay, now let's turn that one off and this one on. Okay, let's just turn them all off and see if we can get it to do anything now. I did a service mode. Oh, maybe it was because I had service mode on. All right, well, let's see what happens. Does doing anything result in anything? Nope, I guess that's what service mode looks like. All right, well, in that case... Okay, dip switches. Let's turn off service mode. Turn these on and apply. Start. It doesn't look like the on thing. It doesn't look like the unknown things are doing anything. I don't know. Maybe after you complete level 5, it shows you a picture of a dead puppy or something. Creepypasta. Oh, it only stuns them in this version. I think in... Was it the Atari version where it actually kills them? Alright, I already played through this. What else can we do this? Well, I thought I turned on... I don't see a crosshatch pattern, and I don't notice anything with the cocktail. Okay, let's turn off the unknowns and turn on the cocktail and see what that happens. See what that does. No, I still don't notice any difference. Well, if you're going to include the options, then have them do something, you know? Alright, I'm done. I'm bored. What else can we do? Boop. Boop. Are you kidding me? It completely froze. I didn't even... It's not even saying loading. It's just frozen. All right, that's your second chance. You want to go through strike 3? Let's see what happens. All right. All right. Yeah, we have one more chance for this to be awesome. For me to actually be able to do anything with it. So let's see. What can we do? What's something we can go out on? Let's see. Psy Battler. So I was going to abandon my search for the Legends Flashback console, but apparently some of these games are not on the Legends Flashback, which, you know, AtGames Flashback consoles, of course, that's how they do things. So, but I did find out that the extras, the Sam's Club extra version of the Legends Flashback the games found on there are on here, so that means that if I decide to keep this, then I only need to find the regular 100 games Legends Flashback. So, hey, that's something that'll save me a bit of time and money. All right, let's see. Oh, I know. Let's go to the featured. Yeah, let's go to the featured. Let's let one of these be. Well, I think we have to go out on Fix-It Felix Jr. And apparently this is the arcade version. Alright, I have actually played the arcade version of Fix-It Felix Jr. before. It was at the Salt Lake Comic Convention Fan X in 2016, I think it was. Either 2016 or 2017. But it was a free-to-play arcade game, and I, of course, had a whole bunch of fun with it. So let's see if I can have a whole bunch of fun with it now. There exists a Genesis version. I wish he actually said I'm gonna wreck it. The voice clips from the movie are absent from this, which is really unfortunate. I don't know, were the voice clips copyrighted? Were they not able to use the clips? But as I was saying, not only have I played this game before, but I own the micro arcade version and a Genesis version. Is the Genesis version an official version? Has it been released on any actual compilations? Was that the version on the Legends Flashback? I don't know. I am very dead. I think I played the Genesis version before and uploaded it on my channel, but I have so many videos on my channel at this point, I don't even remember what I've played and what I haven't. I can fix it! Or I can't do his voice. I don't even remember who voices Fix-It Felix. You know, Wreck-It Ralph is obviously John C. Reilly. And, No. I was gonna say Jane Lynch is the captain, but no, she's not. She's not the Marine captain lady. I'm pretty sure she isn't. And then, of course, Sarah Silverman is Vanellope. So the first Wreck-It Ralph movie is actually quite good, but then the Ralph Breaks the Internet, I don't want to say it's awful. I don't have as much hate for it as most other people do, but it doesn't feel like a theatrical movie. It feels like a mini-series. Feels like something that should have been divided up and put on the internet, like as a 12-part bonus movie, basically. Bonus little mini-series. Just nothing about it felt theatrical. I mean, it looked theatrical, but the story was kind of all over the place, and there were way too many jokes, way too many ways for the movie to become dated. It just felt more... It just felt more like a inside joke than something you'd pay money for to see on the big screen, at least unironically. But I thought it was entertaining enough. I thought that the jokes were funny. I thought that the inside references were funny. I thought that all the Disney princesses together was quite a nice touch, and that they got most of the voice actors back. Except for, of course, the ones that were dead, and the voice for Sleeping Beauty is actually still alive as of this video, but she's 85 and retired, so obviously they weren't going to get her back. Even if they did get her back, I don't know if she'd be able to do the voice of Sleeping Beauty, or Aurora, whatever you want to call her. I was going to say, I wonder what Disney's version of Sleeping Beauty was going to be, but no, they totally made one, didn't they? Except it wasn't about Sleeping Beauty, it was about Maleficent. They made Maleficent the hero, and... ugh. Yeah, the first one is absolutely boring dreck. The second one is some of the probably the most insane thing Disney has ever made. The tones are all over the place. All of them are bad, and I just don't know what anyone was thinking. What possessed their minds to think that anything they were doing was right? All right, anyway, I'm done with this game. And it froze again. All right, strike 3, you're out. If this console is going to crash every time I play a game, well, then I guess we're done. Still, let's see. So my thoughts. The games are very well emulated, I think. They have very good sound emulation, very responsive control. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, cool. It didn't completely freeze that time. All right, well, in that case, why don't we play another one of these games? Let's play The Lion King. Once again, I do prefer the SNES version of The Lion King, but what you gonna do? Apparently, there is a way to get other games on this system through USB. That seems to be a trademark of AtGames, but I don't know how to do that, at least not yet. And of course, I probably need connection to the internet to get it up to a version that I can work with. Anyway, boop, 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 boop. All right, I think we're in sync. On the day we arrive on the planet. I'm trying to remember, that Odd Header guy was playing with the audio files on a version of The Lion King, and he came across this incredibly creepy alternate take for some of the music. I'm trying to remember if it was for the Genesis or for the SNES. I don't know, but I kind of want to find it. Yeah, it's probably just a glitch. I probably have too much. I probably can't get through. I don't have any time to do that. All right, let's just start.
It starts.
Oh, hey, the voice clip of Timon is in here. That's cool. Simba has seen better days. All right, we can roar, and we can jump. Okay, cool, cool. Once again, this game isn't bad. It's just the graphics quality has taken a huge step down compared to the SNES version, which again is the version that I grew up with. Okay, and we can jump on these things. That's cool. And once again, there was a demake of The Lion King for the NES. I think they demade the Super Nintendo version for the NES, and I have played through it. All the broken platforming, the broken controls, but of the many pirate games I've played, it's actually not bad. I mean, it is playable. I have gone through it, and that's pretty much all I can say about it. I am always fascinated by these pirate games and just how they manage to cram all those megabytes into kilobytes. Oh, okay, that kills you. Actually, one of the funny... Whoops. One of the funny things about when I was doing the Lion King pirate game, so I spent hours and hours trying to get through the game the first time, and then I wanted to check another version that I had to see if it was the same version, and not only was it the same version, but I beat the entire game without losing a single friggin' life. and I didn't have it recording. I wasn't recording. The other version was processing while I was playing through this, so that was like a perfect run, and it's lost to time forever. But then, yeah, and speaking of Lion King, there are a lot of Lion King pirate games out there. There's the Lion King 2 on Genesis, and that's actually quite good. JonTron showed that off. Even if you don't always know where you are. And then the Lion King 3, which is very odd because it contains Donkey Kong villains. Was that the one? No, it was Donkey Kong 2 that had the glitch where you couldn't die because you were constantly given infinite lives. Lion King 3 was a little harder in that regard because it wasn't. And then there was the Lion King 3 on the Famicom, which I also beat, and I absolutely despise because you have absolutely no idea where you're going. Everything is just trial and error. But at the same time, even though everything is just trial and error, eventually you understand what you need. Once you know where to go, then the rest of the game is a walk in the park. But it's the knowing where to go that's the major problem here. Okay. Oh, that was it. 2 hits. Cool. It looked like
touches is our kingdom.
I forgot how many voice clips this thing had. Very impressive for the Genesis. Okay. That was fun. Now the sorry, I gotta sing along. It's law that you have to sing along with this song. I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware. Well, I've never seen a king or beast with quite so little hair. I'm gonna be the main event that no king was before. I'm brushing up on looking down. I'm working on my roar. Well, just a far rather uninspiring thing. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. You're rather a long way to go, master. If you think no one's saying do this, no one's saying be there, no one's saying stop that, no one's saying see here. Free to run around all day. Well, that's definitely out of it. Free to do it all my way. I think it's time that you and I arrange a heart-to-heart. Kings don't need advice from little hornbills for a start. If this is where the monarchy is headed, count me out. Out of service, out of Africa, I wouldn't hang about. This child is getting wildly out of wing. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Everybody goes left, everybody goes right. Everywhere you look, I'm standing in the spotlight. Let every creature go for broke and sing. Let's hear it in the herd and on the wing. It's gonna be King Simba's finest thing. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. I'm sorry about that. I got carried away there. I'm sorry. It's one of my absolute favorite songs, not just Disney, but absolute favorite anywhere. So I seriously didn't expect myself to sing the whole thing. I was just started as a joke and went from there. Anyway, that was Disney Karaoke with ZC Infinity. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll do some more. Maybe. Anyway, getting back to my original point, the other pirate Lion King game that what am I supposed to do there? I completely forgot what I'm supposed to do there. Guess I was singing too much. All the oxygen's out of my head. But I've played the other Lion King pirate game. I am trying to say, the other one I've played is this weird mixture of the Lion King 3 and the Lion King 5, which I want to play the Lion King 5, but that's, again, a very rare game. I can't find a single playable copy anywhere. But I did find this version called Howling Killer that is on a lot of Dream Gear plug-and-play games. And that one is basically the layout of the Lion King 3 with the enemies of the Lion King. Oh, okay, that's not how it works either. All right, I'm dead anyway. Anyway, it's the enemies of the Lion King 5 with the layout of the Lion King 3 with some differences, is what I'm trying to say. And once again, I did play the whole thing on my channel. So yeah, I just have to find Lion King 5 and I can complete my Lion King pirate game playthroughs, which is a very weird thing for anyone to want to achieve, but there you go. Alright, what else can we play on this thing? Is it gonna freeze up again? It is! It is gonna freeze up! Oh, how wonderful! Well, I was prepared for it to freeze up before, so I guess this is where we say goodbye. But yeah, the games themselves are quite well emulated. They all looked wonderful. They were all very well converted to HD. The sound sounds great. It's a much higher tier than you'd hold AtGames 2, much higher standard. So yeah, the games themselves are great. I just wish I was playing them on a functioning console, which I'm not blaming this console for. It was used. It was probably at the discount place for a reason. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the video here, and then when I go back to the store, I'm going to... Oh, it continues on, but it's not... Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so do I continue? No. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I think that I got my point across. But what I am going to do, I'm going to take it back to the store. I'm going to see if they still have some. I'm going to see if I can exchange this for one of those and hope that it works. So, and if it does work, then I'm going to show you what else this console can do, probably play a few other games. And if it doesn't work, or if they're out of what I'm looking for, then, well, I'll tell you so. So, see you in a minute. Well, for you it will be a minute, but for me it will be about a week, so see you then. Hey there, a little bit of blurry Caveman Ninja playing on my JXD emulator because I didn't feel like hauling the whole box up here to serve as a backdrop. So, it's a week later, I went back to the store, I exchanged what I had for another one, and I specifically picked one that was not marked used, or was not marked not fully tested, and I had to pay $10 extra, but I got it home, I opened the box, it was used, but it did come with the manual and an HDMI cord. So that was nice. That was nice to get the whole thing. It was unnecessary. I can just look up the manual online, and I have a million HDMI cords, but it's nice to get everything that you pay for. So I plugged it in, checked out everything, and it worked. It worked. I connected to the internet, and I eventually connected to the internet, I guess I should say. It was weird. So I use my phone as my internet. I use my phone hotspot as a hotspot with unlimited data, and that's what everything is connected to. And so I tried to connect the console to my phone and it wouldn't work. It would not do anything until I selected, even after I inputted its MAC address, it would not connect unless I selected allow all devices on my hotspot. It's weird. It's weird. But I did eventually get it to work. I did get it to connect. And yeah, I played around with it. The game seemed responsive. There were a couple more games on there from the previous owner. I don't know if you get those from time to time, or if they were installed and bought and installed, I should say. But they were interesting. They did work. I went in, I went out. No lag, no crashing, and everything seemed to be fine. Except the right half, the trackball and the right half of the console were completely non-functional. I tried going in so that I could use the right half of the control panel like I did with the last console. Nothing happened. No response from the trackball or the right side of the controller at all. So I did a factory reset to see if I could fit. Oh, by the way, I did go into the health check to see if I could get it working from there. It didn't. Nope, sorry. So I went in, I did a factory reset and to see if that would solve the problem, and it did. And then I had the same problem from the last console. Yes, apparently if you factory reset these consoles, they will not connect to Wi-Fi, or at least some specific forms of Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi that I had on my phone, off of my phone, and it just... I tried everything on my phone. I tried adjusting every single setting, and no, it would not connect. It just kept crashing. I could do absolutely nothing. So... there you go. That's two consoles that I bought that are now completely worthless. I mean, maybe if I had an Ethernet cord, if I had a wired connection, then maybe I could get it to do something, but I don't. Who uses wired connections anymore anyway? But yeah, so that's it. I give up. I'm pissed. I was going to actually go in and play some more games just to show you, but no. I'm pissed. I do not think I'm going to find a console that works for me. And even if I do go get a new one, then it's probably not going to work because like I say, it will not connect to the internet. I don't know when they fixed that issue, but there is no way to download firmware and manually install it on the console anymore. They took that option off the site, so that's it. I'm stuck. So I'm done. I am sick of the console, and I feel guilty about having to spend that much money on the console anyway. So I just packaged it back up. I'm going to take it back, and then I'm never going to think about it again. So I hope you enjoyed this look at an idiot trying to get two used and malfunctioning consoles to work. And it's a shame it's a shame they didn't work. I probably could have gotten some streaming use out of it. I probably could have had some fun with live shows and such. But like I said, it was a lot of money, even used. And if it's not going to work, then it's not going to work. So there you go. So on the whole, I think the console's great. Well, except of course for the technical. I should not blame AtGames for this, but I guess I kind of can, because their factory standard firmware it doesn't work. I can't do a single thing with the console once it's been factory reset. So that's kind of a big glitch they should have caught on before shipping it out. So I can't do anything with even if I were to buy one new, I probably couldn't do anything with it out of the box. But even out of the box, even used, even without the latest firmware and all that, the games still work. The games were responsive. The games looked and sounded great. So good for you, AtGames. Good for you. You're finally making quality products. Or you're finally making quality emulation. Like I keep saying, the technicals are... you need to work on that. So don't see this as a review. Don't see this as me giving you a professional look, like I ever do that anyway. Just see this as me mucking around, trying to get something to work, and completely failing at every turn. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that look, and I will be seeing you in a little bit with whatever else I have. Hopefully something more interesting than the console. But probably not as entertaining. I don't know, should I go find something else that's intentionally broken? Anyway, let's play some Caveman Ninja. How do I read? Here we go. I haven't played Caveman Ninja in a long time, not since I was a little kid. I did not know that this was Joe and Mac. I didn't know that it was later. Was it later renamed to Joe and Mac, or did it start out as Caveman Ninja and then get renamed to Joe and Mac? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm playing as Joe and Mac. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I say, it's been a million years since I played this game, so okay. Really hot pepper. Is this more entertaining than the rest of the look at my? Is this more entertaining than the look at the Genesis, the Legends Legends Pro that I just gave you? I don't know. I'm having fun. Whoop. Okay. It's one of those where they don't star you right back at the beginning. I mean, no, it's one of those where they start you at a checkpoint, I should say, and then it starts you somewhere else. It restarts you from a checkpoint as opposed to respawning you. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just like I say, I'm pissed. My mind is not all there, even more so than usual, so just trying to concentrate on the game here. Can you see the game? I don't know. I'm not even checking. I'm not even looking through my camera at it, so you probably can't. It probably all looks like a big blue blur to you. Of course, I don't really care. I'm just killing time here. Stage clear. That was a short stage. Oh, it looks like they have branching paths. That's pretty innovative for a game of this time. When was this made? 91? Oh, I see there's like a hunger meter on here as well. You don't do anything for a while and it depletes. That's nice. That's wonderful. And here we go with the invincibility thing. Okay. Hey. How did I not get up there? Also, why did that electrocute me? Are there things in the water that I should know about? I don't know. Oh, the fish are electrified. Okay. And, oh. Wait a minute, what? Is the only way to get up there to be electrified? Well, that makes no sense. And the game's over. So is this video. Goodbye.